Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Sorry. Only one of these cups have cappuccino in it.
So, Mulweni Amal.
You do it, it's your thing.
Okay, Mulweni Amal. We are going to do a how we met video. And I asked Sisli to join me because I feel like we have two different experience, or like we have different memories of how it happened. So like we're just so glad to have Sisli here and that he's actually gonna talk. So I'm gonna let him do all the talking and I'll give like my side, or like if something is different then I'll add to it. Okay,
how we met. There's a story before to how we met. It was a Tuesday morning. It was 2018 in March. I was late for a lecture, a Chinese class. It was the BA building.
Where?
In Stellenbosch. So I was walking in, late for class as usual, listening to music. And then, as I'm about to get to the door, I need to enter. There's a passage. Then there's stairs, like where the toilets are, at the end of the lecture, of the hall. Then I look to my left. I'm like, I see Bugs.
Shout out Bugs.
Shout out to Bugs. But who is Bugs sitting with? So I'm like, okay.
The queen of campus.
Okay. So I saw Bugs. I'm like, who's Bugs with? I'm like, okay. This girl. Some would say it was love at first sight. Because that moment I told myself, I am going to know her for the rest of my life. And then I didn't see her till September. Yeah, I looked for her all over campus. At that time, I didn't know Naya, she also doesn't go to classes. So there was no way of finding her.
Damn it, Mama.
She was never in class. She was on campus, but not class. And then in September, yeah, in the club. Shout out to Entourage.
And Cubana, the new one, not the old one.
The place was lit.
But now it's closed down, shame.
In September, there was friends of ours had a house party. And then, I don't know, for us it was a last minute thing. We're like, okay, let's go. Me and the bras organized, we went. And then while we were there, because it was a braai, and we were playing FIFA.
It was like a boys' night.
Yeah. And then, these two white girls just rock up. I'm like,
no. On my YouTube.
Oh, my bad. Two white girls rock up. And we're like, who are these people? And I was like, no man, I recognize this face. And then, who walks up to me and tells me, you look familiar? It was here, yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
I can't remember.
So this lady next to me walks up to me and she's like, I know you. You look familiar. And then in my head, because I was trying to act cool in person, but in my head I was just like, whoa, it's that girl. It's that girl. After so many months, I think like what, 6, 7 months.
Yeah.
She found me because she walked up to me because I'm the prize. But yeah.
But must I add now how I got to the party?
Yes, now it's your side.
Okay.
Your perspective.
So I had a huge crush. Not on Sisli, on someone else.
Because Sisli had dreads. Actually, no.
My crush also had dreads. It was a phase. It was like an ASAP Rocky phase. Anyway, so I had a huge crush on someone, And I always saw him out. But turns out we all went to the same places. Entourage, Cubana, like the library, the way playing, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a university. Of course we're gonna go to the same places.
Sorry, like I could have been going to New Bar and Catwalk and Farga. Then I was asking people like, who is he, whatever. And then like I found out that he has Twitter. And I never had Twitter. So then I downloaded Twitter, tried to get his attention, and it worked. Because then he invited myself and my friend to this exact house party thingy. So I went for other reasons. But okay.
Okay, what now?
Okay, and then I came up to you.
Yeah, I did tell that.
Yeah, and then like what happened after that?
And then she came up to me. We went out. Yeah.
To Cubana.
We went out to Cubana. Then we chilled the whole night. Then she tried to hook me up with her friend. But she kept telling me, but no, I also want you. So it was kind of confusing.
I was a little bit more discreet than that.
It's kind of confusing.
I said like, my friend thinks you're cute, but I also really think you're cute. And like, she wants to get to know you, but I also really want to get to know you. And like, it was just like that the whole time.
Very confusing. But by the end of the night,
and then
we were friends. We were best friends.
Me and you?
Yeah, because we chilled the whole day.
Yeah, we did.
From that day onwards, we never stopped talking.
Yeah, true. But Sihle is forgetting the part of the story where he asked one of his good friends to take one of us away. Because now I was trying to like hook him up with my friend, but I was also like going.
Yeah. I remember that. I have a good memory.
I didn't have it.
Not really. That's self-explanatory.
But it didn't work, okay? Because we both just wanted
the prize that is me.
The prize. Okay, anyway.
That's where the story ends. Where does it go after that?
Oh my word. Okay, so then like we all went to someone's place afterwards. And then... Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then like a few of us went there and then we slept over. But like he was kind of with my friend. Like you were like sitting with her.
I don't know where the story is going, so don't talk and ask me. Finish it.
But you were sitting with her.
Okay, then finish what you said.
Okay. And then like, but then we would like still be talking. So then we were chatting and I remember it was like hot. And you weren't wearing a shirt.
Okay.
And I touched your belly button.
Okay.
Is that appropriate for you to?
Carry on. I need to hear where
anyway.
it's going.
And then like we chatted and whatever. And then he also had Twitter, so a good thing I had Twitter. And then we chatted on there. I think that same day, so that Saturday, because we went out on the Friday, we went to go play tennis or something together. Like you spent the day with us. And then later that afternoon, we circled back to my place. And then we were just watching TV and...
I bought you an area at the vending machine.
Yes. So that was like a foreshadowing for the rest of our relationship, him buying chocolates for me. Actually. Yeah, and then we just chatted and then... Okay, but it's your story. So like, can you even remember what happens next? Like the weekend after that, we go to Rand's.
Yes, and then you were giving me directions. Actually, no.
No, that was the second time we went to Rand's.
You made us get lost, yeah. I remember that.
No, the first time we went to Rand's, we were in the back of Dwayne's Taz.
Yes.
Shout out Dwayne.
Shout out to Dwayne and the Taz. Legendary car.
And then we were like pouring in the back.
I was driving Dwayne's Taz.
Yes.
I was the chauffeur for that night. That was a good time at Rand's. You know, we've been through so much. Like, it's hard to remember everything.
Okay, so that night, we came back from Rand's because we were going to go somewhere else, but we never went there. But we still came back to Stellenbosch and then we were going to go out in town anyway. And then in the middle of all of that, we were obviously already very festive. like, yeah, don't keywords. Then I don't know why, but Stephen and I, we were outside his res, but everyone was there. But then like we went for a walk, and then I was shooting the shot here. Like I wasn't scared because I felt like I was the prize. Like he is lucky that I'm talking to him. So like I was just like saying whatever I want. So then I told him that night that I have a crush. Oh, I didn't say crush. I said like I like you. I like you. And what did you say? You for like long you didn't really say anything. You were just like laughing at me like for a few weeks.
Yeah. I didn't expect it.
Because I'm the prize. Like, why would I be talking to you?
What? No, I always liked her. It caught me off guard when she told me she likes me.
But he also
because I also had to make sure she says it first, so I know that we're on the same page.
Because I don't think.
Because at that time, you never know. Now interracial, it's just have to always be sure.
That wasn't the main reason.
If we were on the same page.
That wasn't the main reason.
What was the main reason?
The streets were calling me.
The streets were calling me.
The streets were calling, and like everyone knew it. So I think Sihle just wanted to be careful. Like, what are my intentions? Like, because now we've been talking, so. And now I'm saying I like him, but yeah, so I told him like, okay, what we're doing now, like I don't really want you to do this with another girl. And then you said,
me too.
That was a test. And that's basically how we started dating. Like he never asked me to be his girlfriend. He only asked me to be his wife.
That's the most important.
What do you want to add?
No, I feel like that we've met each other. That's what people needed to hear.
Our video tragically came to what? Sure, what? Tragically, the video came to an end. My storage just was full, and then I deleted a few things. I put the phone back, and my face is cut. And maybe I'll still even have to put a few things back. I don't know. We'll see. Please like and subscribe. The spirits are gone. Nkosika Kulu.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Amandla.
I'll wait.